Broadcasting from coast to coast and around the world, it's time for Animal Talk with some of the best doggone pet people on the planet. Dr. Brad Davis, DVM and Chief of Staff for the Veterinary Centers of America. Donna Fournier, our animal behaviorist. Brian Barczak, wrangling the reptiles. And I'm Jamie Flanagan. Here it is, Animal Talk.
Because we are your Animalogical Information Superhighway. Ba-ba.
You're in another one of those moods today, aren't you?
You know what?
Today, it was a nice day. Had the windows down, lots of fumes.
No,
Leave the garage.
Actually, on the way up, it was the fumes from sitting in traffic because Kiss, Ted Nugent, and Aerosmith are in concert tonight in downtown Detroit.
Right next door to the Lions playing as well.
Yeah, and so driving through there were fumes, but they were just different. I'm not quite sure what they were, but they were different. Mm-hmm. So I'm feeling good.
Hey.
Anyone got any cookies? 1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. I am your fish, reptile, and pet product expert, and sitting across from me is...
I'm Dr. Brad Davis. I'm a slight bit calmer than that. I'm here to answer all your veterinary-related questions.
And I'm Donna Blummel. I'll be here to answer any training questions. Give us a call at 800-738-1886.
We're going to be playing a little fact or fiction in a few moments here because we want to give something away. Or at least I do. I like to give stuff away. It's Animal Talk. Okay, it's fine. Actually, I was taken to the woodshed lately for the amount of things that have been given away, so... Yeah. You're going to actually have to win this time, folks.
So now he's giving away a woodshed.
We're going to have a caller poll today. According to the American Animal Hospital Association, did you know there was such a thing, Brad?
We're in it, yeah.
Oh, well, very good.
Yeah.
Aha.
Showed that 33% of pet owners admit that they talk to their dog on the phone or leave messages on the answering machine while away for their pets.
They're using the dues for good things.
And some polls tell it, and the same poll tells us that 55% of pet owners kiss their pets. So the poll question today is: do you talk to your pet? Do you kiss your pet? We will find out the truth.
Well, aren't you going to poll everybody here?
Okay.
All right. Do you?
Do I talk to my pet? Okay, it depends on which pets. My snakes and lizards and fish. I talk to the fish, but not to the snakes and lizards.
Okay, why are the fish being talked to when they're through glass and water?
Yeah, well, he likes to make like it's a prison visit.
Okay, all right.
Puts his hand up against the glass. They put their fin on it.
Fair enough.
I'll get you out of here.
No, usually it's like, no, get away from the filter and take, stupid fish.
Yeah. 5 seconds later, the fish was, who is that?
The cats, yes, I talk to the cats, and I do kiss them, yes. The cats we do, but not the snakes and the...
Uh-huh.
Yes, and you, Brad?
Oh, sure, you got to talk to the animals. I mean, no one else talks to me. I have to.
Do you kiss them?
Occasionally. Sometimes it's while I'm sleeping and I can't help it. Donna?
Okay, that scares me.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that one.
There's a handout.
Yeah, as a trainer, I'm always talking to not just my pets, but everybody's pets, telling them what a good job they're doing.
Do you kiss them?
Yes.
Depends on which one, though, right?
Yeah.
The litter box licker, you probably don't, right?
No.
There's certain dogs you want to kiss and certain dogs you don't want to kiss.
Well, see, and that's the good thing, for any trainer out there, here's a big tip for you. Ask questions first. Don't just lean down and start talking to the doggy until you find out why they're there. New trainers starting out, there's a little tip for you.
Yeah, especially if you've got a dog that's very aggressive with people's faces, and then you put your face down.
See, now I have a cat. His name's Kirby. And what you'd be surprised about, amazing stock tips.
He gives you amazing stuff.
Yes.
What does he scratch on them? You put the newspaper out and you tell him which one.
No, it's I get the little. I put on the news channel and he hits the ticker tape at the bottom.
Yeah. There you go.
Uh-huh.
That's a Disney movie if I ever heard one.
Kirby the stock tip cat.
I think that cloud I drove through goes through Jamie's house too. 1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call because we're here because the most important pet question of the day, of the universe, is yours. Because if your dog's pooping in the living room, that's important to you. Now let's do this.
Fact or fiction? You decide.
Because we know in Animal Talk, poop is always important. Okay, Brad, how does this work?
I love it when we get a new slogan. We're each going to read a fact. That'll be 3 total. And after we're done, you're going to guess which one of those facts is true, because 2 of them are false, 1 of them is true. If you call in and guess the right answer, you win a fabulous species-specific prize.
All right, here we go. Fact number 1. Mountain chickens used whipped skin secretions to make their nest.
Fact number 2, a Florida state senator introduced legislation to make the word skeeter a legal synonym for mosquito.
And fact number 3, a Sacramento man is suing for harassment after his supervisor put a business suit wearing chimp at his desk to show how easy his job is.
There you go. If you know which one of these is true, that gives you a 33 1/3% chance to guess it. You win prizes for you and your pets at 1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. What you got there, Brad?
Well, I got something cool. This is a fax I received from an emergency clinic. It's not really that cool because it's kind of a sad situation for the pet. But I'm going to read the history here. I'm going to take out the names. But this actually arrived at my clinic today from an emergency clinic. Cuddles is a 2-year-old female spayed domestic short-hair cat who had enlarged some mandibular lymph nodes. We've been giving Clavamox, but discontinued because of vomiting. Here we go. Although she seemed to be improving somewhat, the owner felt she was painful and started to give her 1/4 of a tablet of baby Tylenol every 8 hours after reading information on the internet that it was safe to give.
Oh, boy.
All right, and so Cuddles gradually worsened until she was extremely depressed this evening. Apparently, Cuddles is doing better. But the thing about it is this, I just was going to say, it is the information superhighway, but this is something that I see way too much of. I'm sure you see way too much.
We see this all
It can also
the
be the
time.
misinformation superhighway.
Yeah, so.
For the most part, especially when dealing with veterinary questions, really the place to go is straight to your vet. Don't rely on the information you get on the internet. You could seriously hurt your pet, and it's a sad reality. We see so much of that.
I saw, and one of the things I saw was a site on rats, a posting board on rats, talking about the doses of amoxicillin you should be giving a rat. And, I don't know anything about that necessarily. Well, that was my first thought. But I reckon the dosage looked interesting to me. It looked high because just recently we had gotten amoxicillin for my daughter. It was the same dosage you would give a child. So basically and I'm thinking, oh, my goodness. And one or two things happen. Somebody typed something in wrong. Or have no idea what the heck they're talking about and just want to sound like an expert. Sure. And that happens on the internet a lot. So you got to be really
happens
careful.
on the show from time to time. I'm sorry. Was this?
As I always say, there's more clowns with websites than red noses. So just remember,
Yeah.
not necessarily everything you're going to read makes any difference in the world. It could be completely wrong, and unfortunately, this was just a great example of why that's a problem. So I just brought it in and probably broke a law, but there it is.
What's that say at the top? Personal and confidential.
No, that was something else, Jamie. That's not that.
All right.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886. If your cat is not using the litter box but is using the living room as a litter box, please give us a call. If you have a dog that's digging up the backyard or barking incessantly, give us a call. If you have a garden pond that you're getting ready to close down or not quite sure what you need to do to close it down, give us a call at 1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call here on Animal Talk on the IE America Radio Network.
Is your boxer short? We'll brief you with an answer here on Animal Talk.
1-800-738-1886. Slowly and with correct pronunciation, I say 1-800-738-1886. It's the only thing I'm going to say correctly all day, so I thought I'd get out of the way quick.
Yeah, hurry up.
Moving right along. Hubba gubba.
That was a wonderful impersonation. Sounded
now-
just like him.
Now what we're going to do is that don't forget we have the fact or fiction out there. 3 stories or 3 facts that we read. 2 of them are a lie, a fabrication, out and out wrong, and one of them is true. Pick the true one and win a prize. Fact 1. Mountain chickens use whipped skin secretions to make their nests.
Fact number 2, a Florida state senator introduced legislation to make the word skeeter a legal synonym for mosquito.
Slap tire skeeters.
I guarantee the words were not in there. It was not typed that way. A Sacramento man is suing for harassment after his supervisor put a business suit wearing chimp at his desk to show how easy his job is.
You know, wouldn't it be? I mean, can you imagine coming home to Sweet Secretions for Home Sweet Home? Sorry.
Okay,
Just
moving
was-
right along.
What was it?
No, please.
Okay, they play better up here than they do out
I'm
here.
so glad we rehearsed.
We need to get him that special filter.
Or I can,
It's called a gag.
or I can show Brad where his turn off his microphone button is.
Fine.
Hey,
On that
there you
note,
go.
let's go to Kayla. Listen to us on KFAB. Hey, Kayla, welcome to Animal Talk. What can we do for you today?
I have a question about my rat cage.
Okay.
The lining I put in there, and the pet store we got it from said that we have to use a certain kind because wood chips are toxic to them.
Okay.
Cedar wood chips are toxic.
Cedar and pine are definitely
Yes.
not good.
Yes.
They are, so
You don't want to use either of those products. What I do with my own personal rat, I use shredded newspaper and shredded paper. I have a paper shredder, and whenever the bag gets full, I just use that, and I actually use that in most of my little critters' cages. They can wad it up. They can make bedding out of it. I also throw an additional that hamster bedding. I don't know.
Yeah, the
if
little
you're-
fluffy stuff.
The fluffy stuff that they can build a nest out of. I also supply most of my rats with nesting boxes as well because they like to feel safe and they like to be close, and that's their favorite spot. But I've used shredded newspaper for years, and I've never had a problem. You just need to clean it a little bit, better than most.
Kayla, let me ask you a question. What do you currently using? What are the pet shops say you should use?
I'm not sure what it's called. It's like pretty expensive. That's why I was asking. They were just telling me a fib,
Well, they were telling you correctly about the wood chips,
Right.
but limiting it to saying it's only the very expensive
No.
bedding. The other thing, if you don't want to go through the expense, or not the expense, but the time and effort of shredding newspaper, corn cob litter works well. The only problem with corn cob litter, if you let it go too long between cleaning, you can end up with mold. You just have to clean it on a regular basis.
Right. That's true with anything that you're going to put in the bottom of the cage. Any time that you have a little critter.
Expense, I know.
The
Yeah.
time and expense of shredding
I meant
newspaper.
time. There's not expense,
You
but
know,
the time.
but if you have a paper shredder,
Yes.
or if you know somebody who has a paper shredder, I mean, I'm telling you, that's the best way to go because it's a never-ending supply and it's free.
And you know,
And-
and your mom and dad have those papers in that file box.
Sure.
Go ahead and use it.
Yeah, if your parents work for Enron, you're probably doing that already.
Report card time? Bingo.
Yeah, there you
Hey,
go.
there you go.
Okay, Kayla, got a question for you. Our caller poll. You ready?
Okay.
Do you talk to your pet and do you kiss your pet?
Yeah. They're really cute.
Yeah,
There you go.
Heck yeah, they are.
Yep.
Let's see. Don't you wish somebody say that about us, Brad?
Well,
Just
not,
once.
Not in our lifetime.
Maybe if you're reincarnated as a rat,
Hey, there you go.
So you're saying for Brad and I, a rat is a step up?
pretty much.
Oh. All right. Hey, Kayla, thanks for calling. We appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for the help.
Bye-bye. 1-800-738-1886, 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Pick up the phone and give us a call so we can make your world animalogically safe and sound. I'm going to throw a little tricky trivia out here just for the fun of it because I like this one. What do scorpions and cat pee have in common?
Scorpions
And-
as the band.
Scorpions as the animal.
Because
Yeah,
there's
I
a
was
smell
gonna-
thing.
I was gonna
I'm with you on
their
that one.
dressing room. Pretty
And a
much
litter box, yeah.
smelling like a cat box.
No, what do scorpions and cat pee have in common?
Here I am, smelling like it. There you go. It works. Do we have any scorpions?
Smelling like a urinal.
See, it works.
A litter box. Litter
wow.
box.
Yeah, but urinal rhymes. Litter box doesn't.
The rehearsals here are great.
Yeah.
Is this thing on? 1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Let's do a do an email.
Okay. Sounds
A
good.
thingy do.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Dear Animal Talk.
Congratulations, Skippy. You've got mail.
Oh, I should have pre-read. Why do dogs sniff people's crotches? Wait, there's more. It is disgusting. Every time I bring someone over to my apartment, my dog goes right for the crotch. With guys, I just tell them to box his ears, but when it's a honey, it's really awkward.
Oh, gee whiz.
Yeah, I'm betting this is a problem fairly constantly.
Yeah.
How can I stop my goofy mutt from sniffing the neither regions? Oh, sir. I think there's too many eyes in your life. This is from Tony. From the neither regions.
Neither regions. That's great. Well, what you're going to want to do is train your dog to do something other than greet your guests at the door. For instance, having them sit and stay in place of going up and greeting. Give them corrections whenever they do something you don't like, but you need to understand that this is a dog's natural way of getting to understand who you are.
Getting to know you.
Exactly. They're learning your
To
scent. If you've ever
know
seen two
about
dogs greet
you.
each other, that's the first thing they're doing is jockeying for position to see who can get there first. They're trying to check out and see who's who, and if they recognize you. But you want to train them. You're right over there. I know this is such a silly topic, isn't it?
So when you call a dog a butt sniff, that's a good thing.
That's a normal dog thing.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure.
So, but let me ask you this: Tony believes that boxing the dog's ears is a good idea. I would bet it's not.
No, you should.
Because especially where the dog's mouth is right at the time when you box.
Yeah, well, that would certainly be a problem, wouldn't it? No, anytime you hit a dog, you're going to get two responses out of them. You're either going to get what we call head shy, where anytime you reach to pet them, they think they're about to be hit and they become extremely worried and anxious about that. Or they're going to become aggressive. And they're going to fight back because you've just attacked them, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You should never do that. That's why I said train the dog to do something other than what it's doing.
Mm-hmm. And much like housebreaking, you should never rub their nose in it. Am I right?
Never. Yeah, you've got that right. That's not going to help.
1-800-738-1886. We have that fact or fiction out there. 3 facts, 2 true, 1 lie. Pick the true, win a prize. Fact 1, mountain chickens use whipped skin secretions to make their nest.
Fact 2, a Florida state senator introduced legislation to make the word skeeter a legal synonym for mosquito.
And fact 3, a Sacramento man is suing for harassment after his supervisor put a business suit wearing chimp at his desk to show how easy his job is.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Also, what do scorpions and cat pee have in common? You should know this, folks, from listening to this show. 1-800-738-1886. Animal Talk here on the IE America Radio Network.
And every creature has to poop sometime.
Does your lion have no pride? Give Animal Talk a call.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886. Pick up the phone and give us a call because, oh no, it's happening now.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting a psychic emanation. No, actually, they're coming to me, so that's a psychic I'm feeling the vibrations.
I think it might be menopause, Mark.
Mental pause.
But anyway, out there, right now, I can tell there's a cat that just scratched a new leather recliner. And the owner is now searching for the cat with a large net. Put down the net and pick up the phone.
I don't know too many people that keep large nets in their house for capturing cats.
I have a large net.
We
Well,
just
you
learned
have
a little
reptiles.
We just learned a little something about Mark's house.
Yeah, we sure did.
Honey, want to play Planet of the Apes again?
Oh, okay, let's move on.
1-800-738-1886.
We need to move on.
1-888-1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Pick up the phone and give us a call so we can make your world etymologically safe and sound. Don't forget we have that fact or fiction out there. 3 facts will be read. 2 of them are true. 1 of them is a lie. Know the lie, and you lose. Know the true fact, and you win. Here in Animal Talk. Okay, fact 1. In other words, pick the true fact. I just made it as convoluted as possible.
Yes,
didn't
you
I?
did.
You confused me.
I know. I was listening.
And you
I'm
wrote
like,
them.
And I basically created the game years ago. Good Lord. Okay, Mark.
Okay, mountain chickens used whip skin secretions to make their nest.
Fact number 2, a Florida state senator introduced legislation to make the word skeeter a legal synonym for mosquito.
And fact number 3, a Sacramento man is suing for harassment after his supervisor put a business suit wearing chimp at his desk to show how easy his job is.
All right, hey, let's go to the phones. Let's go to Annette, listening to us on KFAB. Hey, Annette, welcome to Animal Talk.
You guys just crack me up, you know that?
I bet you have a large net, don't you, Annette?
I do. You are hilarious. Har, har, har. Okay.
Yeah, I get that response from everybody.
Yes. Okay, I think I know which one is the fact.
Which one?
I think the chimp in the chair is the fact.
Oh, sorry.
No.
That one is a lie.
That's a fabrication.
But it seems like somebody should have done that by now, doesn't it?
Can I argue that point?
Sure you can. Sure you
Only
can.
if I could actually get anywhere. That's all right. Never mind.
Go ahead and argue with that point. We're used to it. We're married.
Okay, but
you're in big trouble, mister.
Always.
Oh, the tone. You got the tone.
Yes, I do. Thank you very much.
You know,
Okay.
all women can do that. It's just, I don't know why.
It takes years of practice. I know some people that can't.
I don't know one.
I've mastered the look, though.
Oh, you
Well,
can do
and
the
I-
tone too, Don. I've heard
yes,
the
I
tone.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going down that hole with you, Mark. So,
Okay, well, thanks anyway.
All right. You know what you're thinking? Because actually what you've heard is that somebody said once upon a time that somebody had done that. They called the show and said, oh, I heard somebody had did that. But,
the person who read the
Yeah.
fact this time mistakenly reread it. It was a fact that we've done before. And I don't want to mention the person who read it.
Okay, I did. I didn't.
No, I mean, but it wasn't marked up. So we just reread a fake fact over, and that's why it seems real. Actually, quite tricky on our part. We did it on purpose. Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you anyway.
Thank you for calling. Oh, hold it. We got a caller poll for you, though. Did we
I'm sorry?
We have a caller poll for you, Annette.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, here's the according to the American Animal Hospital Association, 33% of pet owners admit talking to their pets on the phone and leaving messages for them on their answering machines. And 55% of them admit to kissing their pets. Do you leave messages for your pets on your phone, or do you talk to them?
I talked to him on the phone.
Do they answer back?
Well, I don't know. Do we have any psychiatrists listening? Because I'm a little worried about making that statement.
No, see, everybody that's here are actually psychotic. So come on, join the party.
Oh, well, they don't actually answer, but their ears perk up. I have witnesses to that.
Oh,
there you go.
So you make them perky.
Yeah. I'm not going there either. Okay.
Do you kiss them?
Of course.
So you make them perky and then you kiss them.
Stop it.
You know, I think we're done with this conversation.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling, Annette. We
You
appreciate
thought
it.
you were in trouble before, mister. Now you've gone over the line.
I've been in trouble so many times in my life, it's scary. Hey, thanks for
Okay.
calling, Susan. We really do
Thank
appreciate
you.
it, Annette.
All righty.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
1-800-738-1886. Let's go back to the phones. Let's go to Suzanne. Hey, Suzanne, listen to us on KFAB. How you doing?
Hi.
Okay, so you think you know what scorpions and cat pee have in common?
Yeah, I think so. My daughter gave me this answer. If you put black light on both of them, they'll both glow in the dark.
You're absolutely correct. Congratulations, Suzanne. You said your daughter gave you the answer?
Yes.
Your
Look in
daughter
the
is
dark.
very bright.
Your daughter, Randy, how old is Randy?
Randy just turned 13.
Okay.
Congratulations, Randy. All right. Woo-hoo. Well, that's okay, fine.
Suzanne, what kind of pets do you and Randy have?
We have a hamster and a rat.
Ah, very good. I think we can come up with some critter love treats for your hamster and your rats. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Very good.
I think you'll like that.
Oh, excellent. I tell you what, we'll put you holding, get your information, and get your prices out.
Alrighty.
Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you.
1-800-738-1886. Okay, so my accolation was a little...
It's like Mark's gone wild.
I'm 44 years old. What do you want? I mean, that's as wild as it gets anymore, okay?
Decision. Mark got a prostate exam. Woo! That's just funny, Mark. That's so weak.
1-800-738-1886. Let's do an email. Oh, no, matter of fact, let's go to break. Why don't we do that? That when we come back, we can take some more calls, do some emails, all those kind of things. And don't forget, we still have the Fact or Fiction out there. 2 facts still available at 1-800-738-1886, 1-800-PET-1886, here on Animal Talk on the IE America Radio Network.
Is your starfish becoming a diva? Well, give Animal Talk a call.
1-800-738-1886, 1-800-PET-1886. Pick up the phone and give us a call so we can make your world animalogically safe and sound. We're here for you in any way we possibly can, because we know people have animals and people have problems. We fix the problems, you keep the animals, the world's happy, everything's wonderful. Here on Animal Talk. Let's do an email, Dr. Brad.
Okay, well, we have 2 possible emails. We have an email about snakes, which is just about snakes, and we have a discussion email, if you'd like.
Oh, let's do a discussion email.
All right. This one starts out, Dear Dr. Davis.
You've got mail, baby, yeah.
This is a person who read a column I wrote about ill-tempered pets and says, I've been a dog lover all my life, but lately I've noticed a trend of naughty dogs. Part of it, I'm sure, is the owner's handling of their pets. I was wondering if you could give any advice of how to avoid being bit by a dog. I take daily walks in my neighborhood. I've been lunged at by 3 different dogs over the past 18 months. These dogs were running around loose in their front yards and were, I'm sure, defending their territory. In 2 of the cases, the owners of the dogs laughed off their pets' behavior as play. I've owned dogs and been around them forever. I know enough of body language to distinguish play from aggression.
Yeah, I love it. I love my little naughty pet. You're naughty.
There you go. Her husband helped save her on both occasions when the dogs attacked. Now she finds she's afraid of dogs and doesn't like them anymore. And she's puzzled why she's been attacked 3 times in such a short amount of time, and she's getting a reputation of being afraid of pets in her neighborhood. So the question is, I'm hearing more and more about this all the time. I'm wondering is, what's the cause? Is it because people are not taking care of their pets better? And what can you do to save yourself when you're being...
Well, I don't want to say that it's because they're not taking care of their pet, because they may be taking their dog to the vet and they may be doing everything that's required by veterinary standards, as far as vaccinating, heartworm, all that good stuff.
Feeding them and all that kind of stuff.
They so it's not necessarily a matter of taking care of. I think it's more along the lines of too many people being in denial. We see that. I mean, you've seen the animals that come into the clinic.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times when I spend a half hour or so talking to them about their animal's behavior, I can tell that most of them don't believe me.
Right.
And it's because they don't want to. And I do believe that, especially the way that she worded this is, the people will laugh it off like, oh, they're just playing. I think a lot of people are in denial about that, and they're not being as responsible as they absolutely can.
Well, we had friends of ours who rescued a dog from the Humane Societies. They brought it home and knew the dog had aggressive problems, and they had a 2-year-old or 3-year-old child. But they brought the dog home, and they were working with the dog. They worked with the trainer for months and months and months. And what ended up happening is the dog seemed to be fine with the family.
Mm-hmm.
They hired a babysitter. The babysitter took the child out to the park, brought the child back, and came home, and the dog went for the babysitter, bit her on the ankle and the back of the leg. And the woman decided that she was going to have the dog put down because at this point couldn't trust the dog,
right,
and didn't feel that she should take the dog back to a shelter and pass this problem to somebody else.
Right. And a lot of people don't do that.
And you know what was so amazing is how many people and family and friends berated her. What did the babysitter do to cause the dog to attack?
Right. And now, see, this is the thing, though. What people don't understand is dog language can be very subtle. Now, it could have been in the dog's mind a provoked attack.
Right.
But who are we to say?
And how if the average person cannot judge it instantly?
And you can't.
Absolutely.
There are some dogs. I mean, I've encountered many dogs that are very hard to read. Where 1 minute, you're thinking, okay, yeah, he's not giving me the funny look and everything, and the doctor will come into the room and the dog will go after him. The dog didn't give me any sign of that, no indication when I saw the dog. The dog came up to me, I was petting it, everything was fine.
It's that stink of death that's around all the vets.
Well, but see, we have that too. We all work at the bad place, and it's something that I think a lot of people are really, I think what it is they're in denial. Her family, your friend's family, berating her for doing, she did what was right. She was being responsible.
Absolutely.
Let me go a little bit further here. I think the problem, we're talking about the owners, we're putting it on the dogs, but I think it is on the owners. owners. A few years ago, we had a gunshot this weekend. We were talking about it a little earlier, but the thing is, we had a gunshot of a Rottweiler. This man would let his Rottweiler run around the neighborhood.
Well, that's why I said responsible pet owners.
He lets the dog run around. The dog, it was a very nice dog, but it runs up to a guy, looks at him. The guy pulls a handgun from under his coat, points it at the dog's head, and shoots. Now, the dog survived. It just skidded over his scalp. But I mean, it's just amazing. There's no way this dog could have survived. But the point is that, number one, here's a prescription. Fence, apply liberally. And the second thing is, think about moving. There's people walking around carrying guns. But the thing about it is...
And it ain't Texas, baby.
But the thing about it is...
That's Jamie at animaltalkradio.com for those of us...
No, in Texas, they got pistols. That's what they do.
That is
carry
true.
them
They
around.
can.
Detroit, that's not so much.
Yeah, the thing.
Oh, yeah?
Well,
okay.
The point that I'm making, though, is that the person was horribly upset,
right?
But it was their own fault. If
You
your dog
should-
is in your yard, no one's going to be scared of it and put a bullet in its head.
Right.
I mean, and that's just
a
the fact.
responsible pet owner would be taking the necessary precautions to make sure that their dog, because and it really doesn't matter how friendly the dog is. There are people out there that are scared of dogs. They live in your neighborhood. If you have a big dog, which I do, and she is possibly one of the sweetest dogs in the world and wouldn't hurt a fly, but because of her size,
people don't know
people are terrified of her.
My advice is anybody who is around, if I see a dog that's unaccompanied on a leash, I assume the dog is dangerous.
Yes.
I
And you
immediately
should.
assume that.
You should.
And I throw rocks to get it away. I'll make sure that it stays away from me. I mean, just to scare the dog away, because I don't want the dog coming around my family.
I usually scream like a girl and run.
Not a good idea.
No,
not a good idea.
that
Unless you can get into a tree quicker.
Because that prey drive thing kicks right in, and you're pretty much toast.
Yeah.
Yorkie! Didn't you had a dog that was at a different level making a mess in your yard, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that just made for bad neighbor relations, but it wasn't a dangerous thing, but it just made you hate your neighbor.
Yeah, Jamie's yard was something to poop on.
Yeah.
No, but Jamie brought up a great point. Never scream and run and shaking the hands and all that good stuff. When you approach a dog, because this was another part of her letter to you, when you're walking and there's a strange dog approaching you, do not make eye contact. Do not. That is a challenge in dog language. If you can, turn your front away from the dog, kind of have your side more to them. That's a very non-threatening stance to have a dog approach you in. Don't say anything. Just stand there very still like a statue. You're in statue mode. You don't move. You can raise your arms up over your head, or you can leave them down at your side. You really don't, never try to call a dog to you. That's the other thing. And it's so hard because you really do want to save some of these dogs that are roaming free, but you never know what you're going to get. I had a chow chase me to my house.
Yeah. Well, what about when the dog comes up to you and you're scared and you pee yourself? Is that a good move?
If you're dressed as a hydrant, it's fine. The dog will join in, then you'll have something in common.
Oh, my.
But no, if you hold still, and if you are attacked, get down flat on your belly, cover your head, and and just let them chew your butt. But your butt will grow back.
Yeah.
You know this, don't you?
Yes.
Brad's butt's been bit more time than
first-hand knowledge. Yeah, you want to make yourself as least threatening in appearance as you possibly can.
And if you want to see Brad's butt chewed on, you can go to animaltalkradio.com, click on the pictures page, and go right to classic favorites.
Yes.
Now wait, we should point out this is not a video game. This is not where you will actually see my butt chewed on. You'll see where it was chewed on.
It's the bruise. It's the after effect. It's not watching Brad being chewed. We've thought about setting up the camera and catching that, but
Pac-Man sound.
When animals attack Brad.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886. Here at Animal Talk on the IE America Radio Network.
Does your cockatoo hate your cockapoo? Well, give Animal Talk a call.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886. Don't forget, we still have the fact or fiction out there. 2 facts. One of them is true. One of them is a lie. You got a 50-50 shot. And you got to the end of the hour. Then we're giving the answer away, and no one goes home with a prize this hour. Oh, no, we did give one away. We could give 2 away. Okay, fact 1. Mountain chickens used whipped skin secretions to make their nest.
Fact number 2, stop that.
Yes, that's nasty.
Remember, the uncomfortable's always free here at Animal Talk.
All right, fact number 2. A Florida state senator introduced legislation to make the word skeeter a legal synonym for mosquito.
Can I have the skin secretion soup, please?
Oh,
1-800-738-1886.
Oh.
All right,
for America.
Yeah, thank you.
Chris calling from Hartford, Connecticut. Listen to us on the internet. What can we do for you today, Chris?
Not much. How are you?
Wild and crazy.
Beautiful. Got a little home-related issue. My wife wants a dog.
Mm-hmm.
I am one of those people who are slightly scared of dogs. I was treed by 5 wild dogs when I was camping.
And every one of them were Cujo.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, we tried getting a beagle, which is, I mean, harmless enough. We went through a reputable rescue agency up in New Hampshire, and we brought him home, and he was okay for a couple weeks. He started acting up. We figured it was just him adjusting to his environment. Took him to training, worked with him at least a half hour to 45 minutes daily.
Good.
Plus training twice a week. And he got progressively worse. He was fine when we were at training sessions. We'd get him home, and he would respond to my wife and not me. And then it got to the point where I would go to even just give my wife a hug when I came home from work, and he would lunge at me.
Oh, boy.
Well, you know, I always tell people...
Maybe your wife was doing some extra training when you weren't around.
You never know.
When the bad man comes in, just,
I always tell people beagles aren't for everyone because they do have a strong personality. It is a lot of them do believe that, hey, if you're not going to be the boss, I will. And they certainly, a lot of them do have that personality in them. So I'm not terribly surprised to hear that this happened with the beagle. So I'm guessing that you're wondering what would be a good breed for you.
Something that my wife would enjoy, because she had a
pug.
They're
pug?
They're
Pug,
very
yeah.
happy little dogs, full of energy. Boston Terrier, Maltese, Bichon. Golden, yeah.
Golden.
Now, yes, Goldens are great. They are big.
You can hit a
we
golden-
were naming a lot of small breeds, thinking you'd start out small and work your way to the bigger breeds. But
You can hit a
Goldens-
golden in the head with a rock and go, can we play that game again?
Yeah, right.
They
yeah.
take your lifestyle on. They're great dogs.
Yeah, they really are.
I hope that helps you out, my friend. Thanks for calling, Chris. By the way, the true fact is the skin secretion chicken.
The skin secretion.
That was true?
That was true.
That's pretty gross, wasn't it?
Oh, my God.
Skin secretion chicken jacket sandwich.
Hey, if you enjoyed this hour of Animal Talk, don't worry. We're going to do it to you all over again. If we don't know it, it ain't important. We've decided.
Is that true?
Yeah, try that with Alex Trebek. See where it gets you.
You know, that's okay. We always take our secret weapon to Alex Trebek with us, don't we, Jamie?
Ha, Trebek!
That's right.
Nice try.
I always give Jamie a chance to do his Sean Connery impersonation whenever possible.
That's all I got. You know.
little bit closer to Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
With that, Jackie Chan does Alex Trebek, right? So there you go. 1-800-738-1886 is the number to call. I am your fish, reptile, and pet product expert, Mark the Animal Honest, and across from me is...
I'm Dr. Brad Davis. I'm going to answer all your veterinary-related questions.
And I'm Donna Blummel. I'll be here to answer any training questions. Just give us a call at 800-738-1886.
And we are now open lines.
No, we're not.
Oh, no. Throw the switch.
Ka-chunk.
That is our multi-million-dollar sound effect. It was amazing. The all of the different focus groups we had to go through to find out
to
that
find
that
the most
was
pleasing sound.
Yes, that was the one that people went, oh, I must call now.
You know, people are downloading that and using that on their computers. So when they make a mistake, ka-chunk.
And that's, and we're not even going to get them for copyright infringement.
No. That's our gift to you.
That's exactly. We're
and
giving.
Why?
Because we care.
Yes. That's it.
Oh, good. I got the answer right. I was afraid I was wrong.
I wasn't sure if you guys had discussed something when I was out of the room or what was going on over
We don't
there.
talk.
I can tell.
No, that was called Tangent Radio. 1-800-738-1886. Or Stream of Consciousness Radio. We're here to make your world animalogically safe. Coming up this next week, Dr. Brad Davis is going to be leaving the country.
Yes.
And actually not by our request. He's doing it on his own.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't. He beat us to it. We didn't have to ask.
I heard there might be a draft. No. I'm
Brad,
my long hair hippie.
They're going to draft middle-aged vets.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, I'm going to Italy. I'm
Yes.
going to be going to Italy. And so, because we never have enough bits, I wrote differences between Italy and the United States, a little contrasting between the two.
All right,
Okay.
I'm not saying they're all good, but they're educational.
Yeah.
They're educational.
Okay. For instance, like Italy has the Colosseum. The United States has places like the International House of Pancake Stadium. The United States has organized crime, and Italy, you got nothing. Okay.
Ow.
In Italy, Florence is considered to be the center of the Renaissance. In the United States, Florence is considered to be George Jefferson's maid.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say. I was gonna say the mother on the Brady Bunch. Yeah, okay.
In Italy, the moral center is the Pope. In the United States, the moral center is Jerry Springer. In Italy, cinema is a major part of the culture and taken very seriously. In the United States, we have from Justin to Kelly and Gigli. And this is for all of Europe. In Europe, a typical reference would be, it's like Victor Hugo said in Les Miserables. In the United States and the U.S., a typical reference would be, it's like Norm said to Cliff in that one Cheers episode. In Italy, soccer is everything, and life revolves around your home team. In the U.S., was it soccer where that woman took her shirt off after scoring a goal? Italy, Roberto Benigni. U.S., Robin Williams. Okay. In the U.S., Congress impeaches a president for having an extramarital affair in highly public debates. In Italy, Parliament would pass a secret resolution promising not to tell the First Lady. In Italy, there's Venice, where the streets are waterways passable only by boats. In the United States, same thing every summer, every town next to the Mississippi River. And finally, in the United States, we have no fear of our northern neighbor Canada because we're such good friends. Italy has no fear of northern neighbor France invading because they're pansies. And so that's a compare and contrast between the U.S. and Italy. So there you are.
My word.
That last one was the best. 1-800-738-1886. Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Bruce. Listen to us on KFAB out of Omaha. What can we do for you today, Bruce?
Yes, I've got a 3-year-old female. She's half Chow and half German Shepherd. And usually when she's in the house, we keep her in a kennel if we're not up or home.
Very good.
And lately she's been peeing on the carpet like almost every night. It was once in a while, and now it's every night that we leave her out.
So we have a pee-pee problem.
Yeah, basically she's can't figure out what to do with all that freedom. She doesn't realize that every room in your house is also considered her den. There's nothing wrong with keeping them crated overnight. I do with my dogs each night. They're crated. That's their bed, their place to be, their safe haven. It's their bedroom. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
And if you do, she can't pee if she's not out.
Right.
So basically, if there's really no way of keeping her from,
if
like
you
we
can,
only let she learned real quick that she's only allowed in certain parts of the house.
Right. But you can't be there overnight to make
right.
the correction.
If you're not
you can't
there,
see her.
Right. If you're not
That's
there
what I
to
was
stop
wondering.
it, right? You need to catch them in the act in order to make a difference.
See, if you rub your dog's nose in it or correct them even 2 seconds after the fact,
does nothing.
No, I didn't, because it's always the next morning.
Yeah,
and,
right, it's too
and
late.
It's in a different spot, so
Good
you
man.
don't run across it right
I remember
away.
growing up, my dad did that to one of our dogs, and our dog started peeing and pooping behind the couch. Because, and as Donna told me later, it's because my dog my dad taught the dog, I don't want that around me. So he took it and hid it from it.
Mm-hmm.
There's something to throw in here is that housebreaking is a 2-step process. Step 1's learning where not to go. Step 2's learning where to go.
Right
now we know where not to go, which is in our
in a
crate,
Mhm.
and the rest of the world's okay. We just need to keep with the training, and eventually it might be okay. But staying in the crate, there's nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
Hey, thanks for calling, Bruce. We appreciate it. 1-800-738-1886. Let's go to Mrs. Wilson in Garden City. Mrs. Wilson, welcome to Animal Talk. What can we do for you today?
Yes, thank you. I'm Donna's sister's mother-in-law.
Well, welcome, Mrs. Wilson. What can we do for you?
Thank you. I am holding, as we speak, a tiny little squirrel that I just got. It fell out of the nest, of course.
Oh, boy.
And I don't know what to feed it. I've got it wrapped, and it's breathing, but it's not walking. I mean, it's very young. It's only probably...
Are its eyes open?
Well, it seems like he's sleeping.
Okay.
Well,
Now, it's about 3 inches. I don't know I don't want to think it's dehydrated or anything.
Right. There is a possibility that it could get dehydrated. What they'll need is kitten milk replacer. My favorite brand to use is Mother's Helper.
Okay, write that down. Mother's Helper kitten what?
Kitten. It's Mother's Helper for kittens. There's a little picture of a squirrel on the top.
Oh, where do I get that? Because it's...
Pet stores.
PetSmart, Petco, Pet Supplies Plus.
Pet Supplies Plus,
any of them will carry it.
Some of the bigger chains might have it too, like your
Right.
Myers, your whatever else.
Oh, I'd have to go to Myers because it's only 24 hours. I don't know if it would last the night if I didn't feed it something.
To be honest with you, the chances of this squirrel making it, no matter what you do, are slim.
Yeah,
is it?
Yeah.
They're really fragile. Really fragile.
It's been a terrible year for squirrels, I say that because we've seen a lot of baby squirrels in at the clinic. I think we just had a rather gentle winter, so I think we're seeing a lot more young squirrels, and thus nature sort of says we don't need all these squirrels, and so they sort of get rid of them that way. So yeah, you're facing an uphill battle. Do not. It's hard to do this, but don't let the emotions get too much into it because your heart will be broken most of the time. It's when it works, it's great, but when it doesn't, you will get a broken heart. So.
Oh well, it's already.
Yeah,
it's already broken.
It's gonna be very difficult because the feedings sometimes have to be as often as every 2 hours, and you have to know whether the squirrel is taking in the milk or aspirating the milk in the lungs.
You also have to make sure they're pottying. You have to encourage them to potty.
Oh my God! Well, I don't know this, and I can't just leave it lay out there to die.
What you might want to do is see if you can get through the night and then call a vet in the morning. See about getting because sometimes what they'll do is they'll take care of the squirrel for you.
A vet.
Or if you have like a relative who's like a vet tech.
Yeah.
Yes, I know he's done this before. Are you listening, Donna? I won't say your name. I'll just look at you and whistle. Okay.
We know what Donna's doing after the show.
Well, yeah.
I was hoping that she could come through Garden City on the way to Redford.
Right, yeah. I already have. Oh, my goodness.
She's trying to
firing
make
up the
static so I can't hear her.
Yeah, I have a little baby squirrel at home, too.
I know you do. I know you do. That's why I'm on the phone, babe.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
we can make arrangements.
Okay.
All right. Hey, thanks for calling. We appreciate it.
All the squirrels are drawn to you, Donna. What are you, nuts?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. After the break, we're going to be talking about a cat that is scratching its neutered area. Here on Animal Talk on the IE America Radio Network.
In life, sometimes Shih Tzus happen. That's why Animal Talk is here.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-738-1886. That's 1-800-PET-1886. Hey, let's go to the phones. Let's go to Audra calling in from Royal Oak, Minnesota. Listen to us in KLIZ. Welcome, Audra. What can we do for you today?
Well, hi. I have a cat who's been recently neutered, but he keeps scratching and picking at his neutered area. What could I do to stop that? Because then it keeps bleeding.
Oh, it's still it's bleeding, is it? How bad is it bleeding?
Like dripping all over the house.
Oh, dear. Well, one thing you should do is get an Elizabethan collar, because if we're going to be going after it, that's one of the ways to take care of it. You also should get it rechecked, because if something is bleeding like that, that's something abnormal. We shouldn't be bleeding this long after a procedure. It's been how long?
4 days.
4 days. Yeah, there shouldn't be bleeding any more than the first day after a procedure at the very top. So, yeah, you should get it checked out. Just drop by and get things checked off at your vet, and they should be able to take care of that for you.
You know,
Dynamite. All right, thank you.
And some people know where their vets are, even on Sundays. You know, so,
There you go.
so if you can figure that out, we'd encourage you.
Some people want to get all the free service that they can get.
That I don't think that'll be a problem. I think the thing about it is, if it were me, What
if it was you, you'd have to find him at the bar on Sunday night. But that's another thing.
No, but if it were me, seriously, it'd be something where when you see something like this, it's very unusual. Neuters are they're so simple that I've thought about opening just one of those drive-through.
Neuters are us.
Yeah, just a little drive-through place.
Feline, that's sexy.
Yeah, just to drop off. It's the tank and yank where you just knock them down. Neuter them, and it is like go through an assembly line. It'd be no problem. The thing about it is it's that simple a procedure. So if you're still seeing
you like
bleeding,
fries with your spay?
But if it's one of those things. Get it checked out as soon as you can. It really is worth it. Just get in as soon as you can. We'll take a look.
Okay, thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for calling. 1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Don't forget, you can also email us at questions@animaltalkradio.com. Speaking of which, we should catch up on an email or two.
Oh, sure. Actually, oddly, I had them out.
And oddly, I saw that, and I was
He actually paid attention.
Yeah,
don't expect that every day, sir.
No.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Dear Animal Talk.
You've got mail.
Just a question.
Okay, just an answer.
There you go. I have a female chondro that recently prolapsed, and Dr. Alistair sutured. After removing her sutures, I noticed that she leaks literally, as opposed, I guess, figuratively, from her cloaca, like watery fluid versus solid urates. I don't know if this is something that is common after a prolapse or if this is a unique situation. This is signed Angel. Maybe you could start out. I didn't understand a word of that, Mark. What would be, what's a chondro?
A chondro is a green tree python from Southeast Asia.
Ooh.
And a prolapse usually refers to either a prolapse of the intestine or a prolapse of the penis. And I'm assuming with the chondro is probably a prolapse of the penis, which means it fell out and wouldn't go back in. I've
fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah. And what ends up happening sometimes the cloaca is a little loose, or it may have gotten injured and opening a little smaller. So what they do is they replace the prolapse and throw a small suture. Clear fluid I'd be less concerned about than fluid with color, but still I would take the animal back to the vet. And Brad, obviously, in any animal that after 3 or 4 days of a surgery has any kind of fluid drainage, that's something to be concerned about.
Well, the thing, I don't know anything about snakes. I don't know the first thing about snakes, but I do know this. If I have a client who's got a problem, actually, I don't use my company's sheets for discharge. I wrote my own because I wanted the bottom to say this. If you don't know whether or not to call me about something, it means you should.
Right.
If I want to hear 1,000 false alarms rather than miss one major thing.
Right.
And so if you're worried about your snake, give a call and have it checked out, because the worst they're going to say to you is, well, the best they're going to say to you is, oh, that's no big deal. Don't worry about it. It's normal. I'm not concerned. But at the very, very worst, you're going to find something bad that they're going to be able to take care of sooner rather than later.
Especially green tree pythons are usually cost in the neighborhood of $1,000 or more. So this is not an inexpensive animal.
Wow.
So, this is something you probably want to get back to the vet, get it checked out, make sure that everything is okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, hey, there's snakes that are selling for $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000.
Yeah.
Investment grade reptiles. Isn't that kind of like an oxymoron?
Reminds me of the old phrase, there's one born every minute.
Well, I guess if you're just making basement payments, it's not so bad. As it goes.
Okay, let's do another email.
Okay. Hello.
You've got mail.
My name is Justine, and I have a 6-month-old... Wait a second. I'll explain what's funny in a second. Hello, my name is Justine, and I have a 6-month-old chocolate lab. He is really a very good dog, except he thinks he has to bite to play. How can I stop this? And if it is a puppy thing, how long will it last? He really only does it to kids, more so than adults. Also, he has longer hair than most labs. Could this be an off-breed? Thank you for your time, and this is signed Justin. So it's either Justin or Justine, or someone had an operation during the letter.
6-month-old at this point, usually the puppiness is pretty much weaning down at this point. We've learned now, lab sounding dog, they do stay puppyhood in for quite a while. But if he's only going after kids, this is a very important clue. What this dog is telling you is he thinks he's the boss of every small person he meets. Whether it's a kid or not. This is something that you should be taking care of. You should get this dog to a trainer and make sure that you express to the trainer that this dog only nips and bites children, because this is going to become a problem. He's learning what to do. He's learning how to keep them all in order, and you're going to see this progress with age. It's best to get it taken care of now. It is not too old At 6 months old, this dog is not too old to fix this problem, but you need to get him to a trainer.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Come back from the break. We'll throw out a tricky trivia for you and yours so that you can win prizes for you and your pets. So pick up the phone and give us a call so we can answer all your pet-related questions at 1-800-738-1886 here on Animal Talk on the IE America Radio Network.
Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn.
From anacondas to zebras, Animal Talk covers it all.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Pick up the phone and give us a call so we make your world animalogically safe and sound. Also, you can email us at questions@animaltalkradio.com. Let's play a game.
Oh, I love playing games. What were we going to do again?
Tricky trivia.
Read the piece of paper.
Here we go. It's time for a tricky trivia.
How do we do this, Brad?
Well, first, Jamie finds the music. Then you ask a question that you sat up late last night trying to think of, and if the person calls in, guesses the correct answer on the air, they win a fabulous species-specific prize.
Okay, in the Stephen King book, It was an alien. It was an alien. What kind of alien was he? It was a type of animal.
It was an alien?
It was an alien.
Really?
Yes. What kind
You
of
never read
alien
It?
was it?
No, I don't read.
Not so much on the reading.
Yeah. I like those picture books.
Well, actually, they're soft covers.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call.
They're called graphic novels.
Okay.
Oh, we'll throw out a second trivia. In Stephen King's horror book, Cujo, what was wrong with Cujo?
I know.
Was Cujo an alien too?
No. 1-800-738-1886. Why don't we do an email, Dr.
An
Brad?
email. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to read an email?
Oh, sure. I'd be glad to read an email.
Read a email.
All right. Hello.
I got mail. Yay!
Does you have any info on monkeys? If not, can you point us in the right direction? Please. This is not a joke.
So that email question is going to stay around to the end of time, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
The best question ever.
At least we like it.
Yes.
You want a real email?
Sure.
Okay. Dear Animal Talk,
You've got mail.
our 12-year-old female cat has been exhibiting some strange behavior with a little rubber shark toy. Late at night, she will bring the toy into the hallway outside our bedroom, set it on the floor in front of her, and then begin to wail and moan. Usually my husband or I will go out in the hall and pet her for a while, and then everything is fine until the next night when she does it again. Do you have any idea of why she may be doing this? Thanks, Sally.
Well, being a 12-year-old kitty, is that correct?
Yes.
12 years old kitty. Okay, one of the things that I would do, because this is an unusual behavior for this cat to do, she's never done this before, I would have a vet check. That would be the first thing. For most kitties, this is a hunting behavior. This is something that they've killed their prize, they're sharing it with you, and they want you to go, wow, this is the coolest thing ever. That's what they
our
want.
cat does it with a stuffed unicorn.
Right.
I mean, kills it and brings it over and shows that she killed it.
Right. He's, that they're presenting you with a gift. But at 12 years old, if this is a new behavior, I would definitely have something checked out because at 12 years old, this is an old kitty.
Little feline dementia, maybe?
Possibly. But this normally in a cat, when you see this is their hunting behavior and they're sharing their wealth.
Very good. Hey, let's go to the phones. By the way, we do have lines open at 1-800-738-1886. And we have two trivias out there. In the Stephen King book, It was an alien. What kind of animal was it? And in Stephen King's book, Cujo, what was wrong with Cujo? Let's go to the phones. Let's talk to Mike. Hey, Mike in Jonesboro. Listen to us on KBTM. You there, Mike?
I think we just lost him.
I think he just hung up.
Simultaneously
Bong, he's gone. 1-800-738-18.
Bong, he's gone.
Bong, he's gone. Or he's gone to the bong.
What's in the news today, Dr. Brad?
Good news stories. We always love the news
It's
stories.
20 after the hour.
It's 20 after his time for news.
Go
ahead. Lazy birds given car to migrate south. Thank you.
There we go.
I keep forgetting my job over here.
Speaking of bongs,
researchers have provided a flock of lazy and disoriented rare birds with a car and driver because they were incapable of migrating on their own. Ornithologists in Austria have spent more than 2 years breeding the northern bald ibis species. They had to drive the birds to their winter quarters in Italy by car after discovering they were unable to make the 500-mile trip on their own. They said that the birds were used to being taken care of and refused to fly south. The group is currently buying 10 Humvees for their upcoming research with wildebeest. I saved a better one. Would you like the better one?
Let's do the better one.
The headline's better than anything else. Dogs dressed as nuns snarl Berlin traffic.
Okay.
Made me think of the nuns back in school. But anyway, more than 3,000 dogs have paraded through central Berlin in a demonstration by owners for more rights and public tolerance. A number of the dogs in the parade that snarled traffic throughout the center of the German capital were wearing costumes. One German shepherd was dressed wearing a bumblebee outfit, and 2 others were dressed as nuns. Accompanied by a police escort, the dogs and their owners marched some 5 kilometers from the Victory Column all around Berlin and back to the starting point. And the thing I was wondering about is, Germany has a victory column? Keep score a little different over there. Thank you, James.
Okay.
1-800-738-1886. I'm surprised nobody's guessed. I thought these were two pretty easy trivias.
It was an alien, seriously.
In the Stephen King book, It was an alien. What kind of animal was it? And in the Stephen King book, Cujo, what was wrong with Cujo to make him be what he was?
Tim Curry played in
Cujo?
No, in it. He played the It thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a frightening book and a frightening movie.
Yeah.
1-800-738-1886, 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Also, you can email us at questions@animaltalkradio.com. You're listening to Animal Talk here on the IE America Radio Network.
Sit. Good. Stay right there because we are back with more Animal Talk.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Pick up the phone so we can make your world animalogically safe and sound. Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Mike in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Listen to us on KBTM. Hey, Mike, welcome to Animal Talk. How you doing, bud?
Pretty good, guys. How are y'all?
Very good. Okay, in the Stephen King horror film, It, what kind of animal was it?
It was a spider.
Correct.
Oh.
And the thing you never wanted to do was look into the spider's deadlights. I'll tell you what, did you read the book, Mike?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it makes you look, when you walk around grates and sewer entrances for the storm sewers, it makes you think twice on how close you want to get, doesn't it?
And it kind of makes kind of influences on how you feel about clowns as well.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I no longer...
Didn't affect me. No, was it seriously an alien?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough.
And the thing is you never want to be a child in the city of Derry, Maine.
No.
You're-
Every bad thing happens there.
Yeah, I just finished reading the book, too. They did another book with aliens in it, Dreamcatcher.
Mm-hmm.
All right, tell you what. No.
Derry, Maine's also a popular place for him. I think it's in like 4 or 5 of his books.
Yes.
Yeah, and the reality is Stephen King is a demented man.
Yeah.
This all comes out of his head.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that he's suffering from macular degeneration?
Really?
Yeah. He's saying that the last I read, he's going to retire in like 2 or 3 years.
Wow, because he can't write anymore because he can't see. Oh,
Wow.
that's too that. I guess that's too bad, and it's also good because I won't have to be scared of more things. You know? Hey, congratulations! Oh, I'm
Yay for blindness,
teasing. I'm
Mark.
teasing.
Yay.
Gee whiz, fine. You guys make fun of Mike. They just don't understand my jokes, do they?
Nope.
And neither do you, do you?
A little, sometimes.
He knows I'm going to give him a prize, so he's being nice. All right, Mike, we'll put you on hold and get your information and get you a gift. 1-800-738-1886 is the number to call. Why don't we do another email, Brad? By the way, we still have the other trivia. What was wrong with Cujo in the book Cujo? Because he went around killing a lot of people, too. You know, people die in Stephen King's books all the time from very, very strange things. Carrie, Christine, women, cars, animals, everything kills people in Stephen King's books. Okay, I'm done now. Let's do an email.
This is not the Stephen King hour.
Can I read this as Seymour?
Is this like book talk or something?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Can I do Seymour? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't do Seymour half as well as Jamie does
Okay.
Seymour. It's his character, but yeah. Hey, Mark. Can I cross a jungle carpet python with a rainbow boa? Has it ever been done before? I think it would really be great and would make me worth a fortune. Let's get snaked. This is I'm Lou.
Let's get snaked?
I think it's supposed to be let's get snaked, but
Yeah.
I just won't do that. I'm sorry. What do you think, Mark?
No,
okay,
you
he wants to
can't.
cross a what and a what?
A jungle carpet python with a rainbow boa.
You really can't do that because the difference is that one is a python, one's a boa. Pythons are egg layers. Boa constrictors have pothons. Pothons.
Creating.
That's what you get. Thank you.
A pothon.
Pothon, yeah.
and boa constrictors have live young. Their genetics genetic makeup are so different. It would be about like having a lizard and a snake or a lizard and a turtle. It's just not going to happen.
It's like elephant and potbelly pig genes just won't splice.
Just won't splice. You know the song.
Yeah. Never mind.
There's a song out there, and I'm not cool enough to know it. Is that it?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'm not cool enough to know much, am I?
No.
Fine. Fine. Let's do another email. Leave me alone.
Dear Donna.
Does your cat have litter box amnesia? Well, give Animal Talk a call.
1-800-738-1886. 1-800-PET-1886 is the number to call. Pick up the phone and give us a call so we can make your world animalogically safe and sound. We still have that one trivia question out there. Not much time left to get the answer right, though. In the Stephen King book, Cujo, what was wrong with Cujo? It was a disease.
I'll be right back. I'm going to make a phone call.
Pick up the phone and give us a call so we can make you happy by giving you a prize at 1-800-738-1886. Why don't we do another email, Brad?
Surely. Dear Animal Talk.
You've got mail.
Oh, this is topical. We are traveling over the Thanksgiving weekend, and we are going to leave our dog at the kennel. How can we make his stay as pleasant as possible? Do you have any tips? I feel guilty leaving him, but we have no choice. And this is signed Kate.
Ah.
What do you think?
One of the things that we do for ours when we do kennel dogs there is we usually like to keep their feeding schedules as close to what the owners are doing as possible, their walking schedules. Make sure that they understand, write a very clear, defined day schedule for your dog. What does your dog do at what time during the day so that we can try to keep the dog on that schedule because that's going to have them be the most comfortable. Their favorite toy. Bring that along. Their own food. Provide their own food because the vet clinics, we do feed a good diet, but it may not be the good diet you're feeding. And if you change a diet, you can create all kinds of problems. So try to keep the diet the same.
Load the salad shooter.
Yeah, right. We also have people bring their favorite blanket or, something along those lines to make the dog feel more at home.
Mm-hmm.
But the schedule is the most important thing. Make sure that your vet knows, or the kennel, if it's a kennel itself, make sure that they know what the dog's schedule is.
Okay.
Very good. Next one.
Oh, this one's for me. Dear Dr. Brad. We are considering getting a Dalmatian, but I have heard that many of them are born deaf. Is that true? And do Dalmatians make a good dog to have with young children? I have 3 children ranging in age as follows, 3, 7, and 10. We are doing our homework before we get a new family dog. My kids want a Dalmatian because they love 101 Dalmatians, and this is signed Cindy. No, the deafness in Dalmatians, it does happen, but I really think that's overrated. I mean, it doesn't happen very much, and you can screen now. There's different tests you can do. There's so many other reasons not to get a Dalmatian.
You don't need that.
Yeah, you don't need that reason. They do indeed have spotty reputation. But they are nuts.
I wouldn't recommend them with small children. That's a lot of energy in quite a strong body, and they tend to barrel anything over that they come in contact with. So a 3-year-old would not fare very well in that home.
They're not spotted laps. They really are.
No.
They really are different.
Different personality. They really do have a very different personality.
Hey, let's go to the phones. Hey, Peggy, welcome to Animal Talk. You there, Peggy?
Yeah.
Okay, what is wrong with Cujo?
Well, he's crazy, probably a brain disease, rabies possibly, and he's Saint Bernard.
There you go.
And yes,
Peggy,
I read the book.
You hit the nail on the head. Congratulations. We'll get you information, send you a prize. 1-800-738-1886 is the number to call to make your world animalogically safe and sound.
You know, Mark, every once in a while there's just an important environmental issue or that we need to address. And, our own Dr. Brad here wanted to point something out.
I like to get
I'm Will Stevens, but you know me better for my portrayal of Dr. Brad Davis on the syndicated radio show Animal Talk. Everyone's been affected by the recent economic downturn with major cutbacks in industry. Some financial advisory firms and internet companies have even had to shred documents to save money on storage. Cutbacks have been felt in the national park system as well. Lack of funding has forced the unfortunate layoffs of much of the wildlife we've come to expect in our national park system. It's not unusual to see a black bear working at McDonald's drive-thru in Colorado or a cougar selling nachos at a Seattle Mariner game, just trying to make ends meet. The most hard hit of all the cutbacks would be the beaver. Who doesn't love looking at a beaver swimming gently through the water? Now many of these beavers are homeless, living in the street with signs that say, "Will gnaw wood for food." Humans that understand beavers, or HUB, takes donations to get homes for these proud animals while they learn a new career. So please contact your regional HUB office to donate sticks and logs. Please show you care about these wonderful creatures. When it comes to homeless beavers, won't you please give a damn?
Well, there you go. Just trying to keep people current on the things that are happening.
In the important things in the world that are happening today.
That's true.
And so the question also is answered, how far will you go for a good pun? Or any pun for that matter.
Yeah. That was a good long distance.
Need a map for that one.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we hope you enjoyed this section of your weekend that is known as Animal Talk. I pulled that out pretty good, don't you think?
Sure.
I was lost and came back around.
Yeah, I was wondering.
We do this every Saturday and Sunday. Saturday
right.
noon to 2 and Sunday 7 to 9 Eastern time. And next week, coming up, Chuck Woolery.
Yep, from noon to on the Saturday show. At
Either
noon.
that or Brad Davis doing a Chuck Woolery impersonation. I'm not sure which it's going to be yet. So, but supposedly we're going to be talking about wildlife, hunting, fishing, conservation with Chuck Woolery.
Yep. And Brad does an unbelievable woolery.
Well, here he is on Lingo.
Yeah.
What am I doing here?
There you go. All right. For everybody here,
have an exotic week.
Kiss your wild thing for me.
Bye, divers. Have fun storming the castle. Think it'll work?
If we take them there.
Bye-bye.